Good evening, this is Malkazar returning with another installment into the Final Fantasy XIV playthrough series. Last we played, we finished the fringes and the peaks, got all the flying. We finished this dungeon called Castrum Abania, in which we got Fordol on the run. They fired a cannon at us, it was exciting. So now we're in the last zone of Stormblood, which is the locks, giant salt lakes over here, and over here should be, it says the Queen's Gardens, but it's in this area is the actual castle of Alamigo. I don't remember if that's what it's called, but so we're going to go ahead and continue working our way toward the end here. We're pretty close, so let's go ahead and finish this up, and then we'll go right into the bridge quests between Stormblood and Shadowbringers. Elise is saying, let us not waste any more time then, shall we? And Whisker, my mom said Grandpa kept the key with him at all times as a lucky charm. If he hasn't got it, then well... Alright, so we're trying to get a key in order to find a way into the Alamiga lower quarter, I think. Then we'll cross the bridge when we come to it. Right in Malkazar, we may have to deal with a few Imperial patrols, or worse. Let us do this. The Saltery is not far. Follow me. And I still have to get all the Aether Currents in this zone as well, which there are quite a few. It's a full gamut of them, as opposed to like Azaslaw, where there are only like 6 or 7. Alphano has his Obsidian Carbuncle. I guess we're fighting these Soblins. We can't just go around them or anything, right? And I'm knowing the warrior light and everything, but why is everyone so weak? Never mind, they're doing some actual damage over here. Oh, they're probably focus firing. Oh, we found the edge of this instance. Can't walk past this red wall. Okay, so we're going this way. What's next? We're here, but this isn't right. Where is everyone? Word of the Alliance has advanced has surely reached their ears. Mayhap they sought refuge elsewhere. We should search the buildings. Blues. Let's get blue out here. Fallen Masonry. I always like how when we find clues, they're all useless, except for me. Crumbling masonry appears to have lain undisturbed for some time, so that's useless. Aha! Magic device suddenly springs to life, flashing brightly and emitting a shrill sound. That's a trap! Alright, which one of you triggered the obvious trap? The Warrior of Light did. On your guard, magic drones approaching. Yeah, half a dozen? Malkazar, keep Whisker alive, will you? Where is Whisker? Alright, fine, I'll come help Whisker, dang. Oh, I actually have to keep him alive, it's not just for show. He's not as battle hardened as the rest of us. Oh, thanks, Alphano. You got some voice acting in there for no reason. Alright, Whisker. You know what? Oh, I know where you are. Why is everyone attacking him? He's like not even doing anything. And he's gonna stand in front of the dude. That's cool. Oh, Colossus has appeared. Oh, everyone's gonna get hit by that because they're stupid. Only the Warrior of Light could see the obvious AoEs. There. Now then, where were we? Ah, yes, looking for clues to the whereabouts of erstwhile water merchant and his key. Alright, well, more clues. I think you actually had to do that. A tattered diary. Whisker's all healed up now. It tells 100 out of 100. In the wake of the ambush, you find a diary belonging to a laborer. The last entry makes mention of a plan to take shelter in the Sully Monastery. The Sully Monastery? That's to the south. I'll lead the way. Not after the ambush, you won't. It's too dangerous. Alcazar will follow you. Keep your eyes peeled for more Magitech. Like, it doesn't even show me where to go, but I guess we just gotta slowly get there. Everyone jump down and kill yourselves. You're not the Warrior of Light. You can't survive it. Like, we don't have a choice but to go through these guys. Let me make sure where this is. I know where it is based on this, so it's down there. So I am heading the right direction. Let's see if we can avoid some of these dudes. Keep up, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's it. You guys keep spawning. Slow pokes. The Warrior of Light knows how to sprint. There it is. Yep. That way, I think. We will find out. Make sure they don't get attacked. Okay, cool. Monastery is just past that gate. Keep going. I'm gonna avoid all these guys. I'm not getting any. Am I getting any experience for these guys? Say anything. Let's fight one and find out. I'm almost to level 73. Yep, not getting any experience for these guys. Exciting. Oh. Big enemy. Looks like it's being controlled. Something tall, dark, and imperial appears to be blocking the entrance. Thanks, Thancred. Ouch, damn it. I don't think there's a way around. Walk through. Watch this. Yeah, that's exactly what it did. At least you have to go through them. Look, I think those two devices are shield generators. I'll keep the magic machine occupied, Alcazar. Be a good chap and destroy the generators before he rips our heads out. Rips my head off. Thanks, Thancred. Yeah, he's like... Oh, this thing is constantly healing him. Okay. Oh, I gotta go fast, because every single time he beats his chest, we get a debuff. Where damage taken is increased. That's a little mini boss. It's done. See how it falters. Belabor the root. That's one way to say it, Alphino. Belabor the root. Does Thancred have the debuff too? Yes, he does. What is that? Kiss of the Viper. Physical damage is increased. Interesting. All these dots demolish. Finished. He won't be getting up after that. Now let's find our man. There we go. New I got location experience, and that leveled me up. This is it. This is the monastery. They have to be around here somewhere. Well, there's a big thing outside, so I think they might be hiding in the obvious location. What? It's me, Whisker, your grandson. Whisker? By Rolger, is that really you? He's way bigger. Oh, it's good to see you alive and well, lad. But who are these other ones? The Resistance, Granddad. My comrades in arms. Explain. Hey, explain. I shrunk. Big time. She told you all about me thumbing my nose at the Mad King, did she? Daft sods never caught me neither. It wasn't much, but it was my way of rebelling against his rule. Glad to see you've got higher aspirations. Here. Make our family proud. I will, I swear. Rolger as my witness. Yeah! Okay, that was easy peasy. I got this exploration. But not everything in between. Thanks. I was worried when he wasn't at the Saltry, but we found him in the end. Now that we've got the key, it's time to find the underwater tunnel. Oh man. Miss Me followed. Why, thank you so much for the follow. I certainly appreciate it. How's it going this evening? We'll need to dive into the locks and look for a tunnel leading beneath the residential district. That should be no problem for Malgazar and me, thanks to the Kojin's blessing, but for the rest of you, I'll have you know that I can hold my breath for 10 minutes. I think it best that I support Monago and Ironbald's unit. Wow, thank you. Yeah, these headphones, they're awesome, aren't they? I want to get the ones that light up. They're fun. Haha. Thank you so much for the raid. How is everyone doing tonight? Alright, you can't swim. Alphino can't swim. I'm aware of that, thank you. But it is neither here nor there, given that I lack both the Kojin's blessing and Thancred's preternatural lung capacity. Right, of course. I didn't mean anything by it, nothing at all. Malgazar, Thancred, and me. Let's head to the water's edge. Alphino and Whisker can rejoin the others and wait outside the gates for us to let them in. Oh yeah? I'm up at the end of Stormblood. I'm almost there. I only have like 5 or 6 quests, but I always get all my... Yeah, exactly. Southeast, 67 yalms to the southeast. All the Aether Currents along the way. Oh, wrong way, I guess. I have to go around the back or something? There we go, there's a hole. Yeah, I've gotten this far 3 times. This is my 3rd time. But I never actually gotten to Shadowbringers. I've gotten them almost, like 2 or 3 quests away. Then I stopped. And then I started streaming. And I'm like, you know what? Let's do a new character from scratch. So I can stream and record and upload the entire story for anybody who wants to watch. And that's what I'm doing. Oh yeah? I don't get to stream a whole lot and play a whole lot, so usually Saturday nights. And then if I ever have like a day off of work or something, then I always throw some in there. Yeah, and there's so much to relearn though. That's the reason I want to do this fate. That's one of the reasons I started from scratch. Is it's like, you know what? I have all these buttons. I don't remember how to use most of them, so let's just do it from the beginning. Do it again. So, later, Abaddon. Named after a demon. I've actually never tried out the New Game Plus. Is that how it works? Is you can just I know I have it, obviously. Apparently, I don't have it for Stormblood yet. I've never even looked at it before. Probably. That's why I have Heaven's Word, but not Stormblood yet. Makes sense. God, it sounds like it's going to be up there. 67 to the southeast. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so I need to get up here. I remember this zone being super annoying for getting all these Aether Currents, just because there's so many levels and bridges, and it's a pain in the butt. Yeah, thank you again for the follow and the raid. I certainly appreciate it, Miss Me. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I'm just going to run around for a bit and gather as many of these as I can. It'll help me in the long run once I finish it to be able to fly in this area. Hopefully they didn't make it as annoying as Shadowbringers to get some of them. Later, Salt Dara, whatever that is. Bum, bum, bum. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Give me one up there, too. Let's go get that one. I don't even remember if I have to go here later. Probably do, but fine. Did I get a new ability? I didn't see one come in. The next one's at 74. Oh, it's a charge. Why did they wait for 74 to get the charge? I'm gonna be like up the top of this thing. Of course it's not. What is it again? Out. Something like that. Yeah. It worked, so perfect. Can't die from falling. All right. I know it's in here somewhere. Gotta be around the corner, probably. On this side. Yeah. Dang. is the Ixion fade up. I don't remember what it's called, so it wouldn't do me any good if it was up. Can't even get to it. Drink while I get back to where I need to be. What's that thing? A rock creature. What's the rock creature from Monster Hunter World? I already forgot the name of it. Shar Ishvalda, there it is. Okay, so it's to the east. Over there, right? That's where it is. If I remember correctly. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Next one. North. Alright. I got several. So let's get back to the story. I know I could swim, but I swim slower. That's why I went around. There it is. Is it like called Castramabania or something? I don't remember what it's called. Wait, isn't that the one in the other one? The other zone? Yeah, that's what the other one was called. I don't... Whatever. The name of the country is Garibania, so... Maybe this is Alamigo. Because that's what they call the cities, Ala something. This looks like as good a place as any. There you dive into the briny deep. Oriange just shows up. Whatever, dude. Oriange, what are you doing here? Master Alphino informed me of your plan, and thus did I hasten to your side. When Mistress Alizade unfolded to me the tale of her defeat, I was much intrigued by the apparent ease with which Fordola, a theretofore unacceptable warrior, defied my lady's every attempt to do her harm. After some few days of deliberation, I subsequently contrived what I believed to be a solution to the problem of her preternatural's prescience. 'Twas in hopes of furnishing you with the fruits of my labors that I came. I figured it out, from miles away. Exactly. Doubt. I just X'd it out. Wait, isn't that Moonbreeda's? Your etheric siphon formed the basis for my design. If my hypothesis proved correct, you need but activate it in her presence. Say more would endanger the plan, for ignorance is your shield. Oh, and then you'll die in the process. It'll probably explode. Whatever, dude. It was Moonbreeda's time. It is not yours, my friends. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal and return. How do you know it's not my time? We will, for you and for her. So let's do this, face. Yeah, there's a nod. Right, I'm going in. Follow me. So, there's one near here? Not really. I have a feeling that after I finish the story, I'm going to be spending some time. Oh, that's right. I need to go underwater. Control space. Mount back up anyway and move faster underwater. There we go. Let's get a giant bird underwater. Perfect sense. Oh, she's up. There's a little arrow on it that says up. Oh, she was underwater. Oh, herp. There she is. The tunnel leads east. Thinker's already gone ahead. Let's not keep him waiting. They just had to put that in there just to show me that I make sure I didn't miss the turn. Well, because if I didn't, I could be swimming around there forever. Now I'm in the Alamegan quarter. Looks like I need to go up these stairs. Hello, Lise. Phew, that was fun. Okay. Yes, tremendous fun. Who needs a Beastman's blessing anyway? I still can't believe you managed to hold your breath the entire time. It felt like we were down there for hours. Anyway, it's time we let our friends in. Once we head up these stairs, we need to make our way to the main gates, which are somewhere to the west of here. Forgive me for stating the obvious, but it bears repeating that until we open the gates, we three are on our own. It would be in our best interest to avoid guards and easily startled small folk. What about big folk? Obviously, but once our guests have arrived, we'll be free to head towards the research facility where Kra is being held as loudly as we like. Since you've been here before, would you lead the way? Of course, but I'll move quickly, so see that you do not fall behind. Ooh, do I gotta be sneaky? Nothing left to say then, let's get to it. All set, Malchazar? What if I'm not? I'm gonna swim back out of here? Follow me. Oh, sorry. Follow my lead. Stay close and quiet. Wait, patrol. Let them pass. Following your lead, then I'm going to mark you. Isn't the Praetorium music? All clear. With me. Bum 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 bum. Sentry, get to cover. I'll deal with him. Bum 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 bum. I've done the Praetorium many a time over several characters. I love the music though. All were none the wiser. Let us press on. Good stuff. I could listen to this song for hours. Here we are. One more sentry. Give me a moment. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure who composed the music for Final Fantasy XIV. I don't know if it was Nobuo Uematsu. Malchazar, look for a lever or winch. I will guard the rear. Because he did the music for several Final Fantasy games, and he was only like the original Final Fantasy was by him. Hell's open, heavens weep. Alpha, no, can you hear me? The gates are open. Our friends are ready and eager to engage the Imperials. And let us leave them to it and head for the facility. Yeah, a lot of iconic music from the older Final Fantasies are by Nobuo Uematsu, so I don't know what this one's in, but it sounds pretty good. Remember the reach, remember the towers, attack! I think he also did one or two songs for Chrono Trigger, which is my favorite game of all time. Insurgents here! Sound the alarm! Oh, let's AoE the crap out of you guys. Come on. He did. Single target time. Hold on, Crow. We're coming. Perfect timing. Right when I had a throat full of vape. The Resonatorium is just ahead. Thanks, Thancred. They know we're coming. Make ready, my friends. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Who do we have here? Are you gonna voice act for me? I reckoned you lot would come, but I didn't think you'd have the nerve to break the bloody doors down. Makes no difference to me, though. Time to die. Use the siphon. Yep. Use the etheric siphon to weaken Fordola and defeat her in battle. Is it one-on-one battle?
I can read your every move.
Ah, 7 hells my head. The pain. I'll pay for this. Ow. I think it didn't hit me. Dang, that was a bunch of numbers. It was funny, these guys have like 100,000 health or something ridiculous. Is Alphino still our healer? I think so. Damn it, she won't stay down. Use the siphon again. You'll pay for that. Keep at it. We almost have her. Oh, she's going to use something called Plan B. Get out of the way of the lasers. Oh, dang. Those are easy to dodge. Come on. What a lame plan. And she has a different version of the brilliant conviction that I get when these things happen. Enemy sighted. Engage with the commander. With me. Tancred, help me hold off these soldiers. Understood. We leave the pilots in your capable hands. So it's to be the two of you after all. Oh, get out of the way of those. The order. Why does she have so much health? I had to scratch myself. You finish it, at least. Look at that siphon, then use it. Oh, I have to wait for her after she uses does that. Okay. Not here, not now. Not to you. Why don't you whine about it? Yeah, get her. Oh, why didn't you stab her?
No. Not after everything. I cannot lose. I will not. Oh, but you will. Without your tricks, you're nothing. Conrad, Mefrit, your own comrades. I should kill you here and now for what you did.
Then do it.
But there's no place for that kind of justice here. Not in my Alamigo.
We leave our enemies alive so they can come back later.
Oh, how very bloody noble of you.
Whisper, whisper.
Or you'll pardon me my sins, will you? After you and your freedom fighters come and tear down everything we've worked so hard to build. We were fighting for our people's freedom.
Now, based on what we saw, nice try. Get her. Boom. Anime, triple take.
Slaves to a tyrant. There's no freedom in that.
Wrecked.
Now, my friend.
Blow it all up and kill everybody. Where's Sid when we need him? How do we open this? Oh, I know how to use technology. I'm that good. Maybe I hang out with Sid too much. I happened to get the right one the first time. I don't think you can carry. You're kind of weak.
Alphina? I knew you'd come.
Whisper, whisper. Whisper.
Touching as this moment is, it will have to wait. We should rejoin the main force at once. Lise!
I'm taking her back with us, alive. She's going to answer for what she's done. Listen to you, talking like you've already won. Xenos is gonna tear you apart. He commands a power, echoing that of the Icons.
And I took them down too, so...
What are you talking about?
What now?
The hunt, you stupid cow. I'm talking about the hunt. He said you'd come, and here you are, his willing prey. You and your friends are dead, just like mine. And all our misery, all our sacrifice, it was all for naught!
I'm gonna yell randomly. Dramatic moment. Where's your blade? Punch her again.
You're gonna live long enough to see us win our freedom. I promise you that. May I live 1,000 years.
Dang.
Interrogations can wait. Let us be off.
Alpha, no. What a relief to have finally found her. Though our greatest challenge yet lies ahead of us, on the eve of this final battle, I find myself overcome with joy. We could not have saved her without everyone's help, Thancred, Lys, Urianger, and of course you. But yes, there is still much and more to be done. I should be very interested to learn the meaning of Fordella's ominous words, for one. I can move faster now, yay! Lys has gone to deliver Fordella into the custody of the Alliance, leaving Minago and her men to hold the residential district and stand ready. Once the Alliance has breached the main gates and commenced their assault, the Resistance forces will push through the entrance here and join the fray. In that case, I'll remain here. Thanks, Thancred. My search for Krau took me into the city proper, and my familiarity with their defenses may prove useful to the Resistance. Understood. I shall instruct Arenvald and his unit to render support as well. They were tasked with securing the Aetheryte, as I recall. With me, Malchezair. Aw, isn't that convenient? You're gonna show me where the Aetheryte is, even though I can find it on a map. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Isn't there... A second. It's right there. Can I get it from this angle? Oh, okay, I have to go around the other way. It's just, they're not too hard to find. It's just, you'll be taking the circuitous route to get to them. It's a pain in the butt. No. One moment. Excuse me. Gods, Kryl. So good to see you. I feared the worst. It wasn't your fault. You saved me. All of you. Thank you. We will be departing shortly for Porta Praetoria to rejoin the main host. Arnvald, I would have your team remain here with Thancred, that you might support the Resistance troops in the coming battle. Understood. We won't let you down. I trust you'll refrain from doing anything I would not. We are both far too young to die. Right. No noble sacrifices. Got it. Malchezair, Kryl, let us be off then. All the way back. So I'm going to take the long way. Just to make sure that I don't miss any... yeah. Try to get as many of these as I can. The more I get now, the less I have to worry about later. Even though some of them are ridiculous and just so far out of the way. Be above me. Yeah, it's up there. Convenient stairs right here. Let's do it. Maybe get one or two more and then we'll get back to the story. That way we can take little jaunts left and right here. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Okay. West. Saying now it's to the west. Did I miss it? Oh, it's above me even more. It's up there probably. Yeah, buddy. Northwest. Okay, let us head that direction. And boom. Adamantoids? Is that what these ones are called? Oh, further northwest, okay. I would, but I'm not going to do it your way, so I think Jerry D 2020 ban. No spam, please. Aha. All right. Ooh, southwest. I mean, it's on the way to... Why not? It might be in this area. On the way, so let's do it. Come on, faux bad. All right. Sand hand dudes, whatever. Okay, where's the next one? West, straight west. Southwest. Okay. North. Yeah, it's right there. That's one of those ones you have to like find your route. It has to be like all the way up here. Actually, looks like I might be able to get it from this spot. Let's do that. And then we'll actually, you know, get back. Trying to get some of the more annoying ones out of the way. Honestly, I don't even remember if these are the more annoying ones, but you know, whatever. Luke. Giant walking trees. Look, we've seen those before. Okay, so it's over there, so I need to get up to there. Yep. There's only 2 left that I haven't found. All right. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, we will find them later. I only have 2 quests I give them. So there's 2 more out there. And then, of course, the one that I'll be missing beyond that would be the final one, which always drops the last Aether Current. Heyo. Raubon. Too far away still. Stupid. Voice acting? This is the end. You should, or pretty close to it. There should be some bunch of voice acting. Logic. Who wants that around here?
Ah, the heroes of the hour. Not content with securing the residential district, you gifted me an Imperial commander. What are you after, a medal?
Yes.
Work is its own reward, General.
No, it's not.
I must say, however, that Fordola's claims were not a little disturbing. What manner of power could Xenos have acquired that might equal an icon?
Might she speak of our missing Omega?
Very possibly. The Empire's fondness for comparable Allagan technologies is exceedingly well documented. Have we made any progress with our own investigation?
None. The search goes on in earnest, but Sid has thus far found nothing of note. Mayhap the Garleans beat us to it. If they were working desperately to repair the machine, that might explain their decision to remain within their walls.
Ah, Lise. I trust you surrendered Fordola into custody without incident. We were just discussing the pilot's claims.
About Xenos and his newfound powers. She hasn't said a word on the subject since we rescued Cryle, even when the interrogator asked nicely.
Mayhap I can offer some insight into her claims, or at least into the facility and the experiments they conducted during my time there. Though my memories of the period are somewhat muddled, there are a few things I remember with painful clarity.
Thancred told us only that Fordola had undergone some manner of treatment.
Yes. It is a place wholly dedicated to the creation of enhanced beings, whom they refer to as the Resonant. As I understand it, the process aims to imbue a test subject with the qualities of an individual with demonstrated magical aptitude. This entails the mechanical extraction and transfusion of some manner of primordial essence.
So that's how Fordola improved so fast. I knew there had to be something. She wasn't half as strong or quick to predict my attacks when we first met. If it weren't for Oriange's siphon thingy, I really don't think we'd have beaten her.
My humble scheme asked far more in the execution than it required in the conception, I do assure thee.
Oh, you've got to stop doing that.
Sneaky. I'm sneaky.
Alisaie after her defeat, I was most intrigued to learn of the apparent effortlessness with which Fordola countered her attacks. 'Twas as if she knew the blade's destination ere its journey began. A most impressive feat under any circumstances, but an almost miraculous one when considered in the context of Fordola's unfamiliarity with my lady's arts. How then could she so perfectly predict an unknown opponent's every move? After much deliberation, I surmise that Fordola may be possessed of a preternatural ability to divine meaning from the fluctuations of an individual's ether and to instinctively react. To employ a metaphor, one might say that she was attuned to the whispers of my Lady Alisaie's soul.
Wait, have you not just described a manifestation of the echo?
I had no conclusive proof. The available anecdotal evidence suggested only that Fordola was uncommonly sensitive to etheric fluctuations, and 'twas this which led me to develop my stratagem. I would fashion a device with the capacity to generate a massive disruption in the surrounding ether. If, as I suspected, Fordola's senses were indeed questing for the most minor of oscillations, the shock of exposure to a more amplitudinous etheric waveform would be akin to a debilitating bout of ether sickness.
How ingenious. I note that the success of your plan hinged on your device's wielder remaining ignorant of its purpose, lest Fordola divine your intent.
Indeed so, Master Alphino. All things considered, 'twas a most fortuitous outcome.
That's putting it mildly. In any event, if Oriange is correct, that would mean these Resonant have been granted the power of the Echo via artificial means. A sobering thought, to say the least, and one which makes me wonder what else Xenos has in store.
Whatever the Viceroy's newfound powers, I know of none better equipped to face him. And face him you must. For there is now but one path forward, and it leads straight to Alamigo.
And it's not as if we came unprepared. We've got all our friends and allies fighting for the same thing. Honestly, right now, I feel like we could take on anyone and win. And I mean anyone.
Getting a little cocky there, eh? Victory's as good as ours.
Exactly. Oh, I wouldn't want to be in Xenos' boots. Not with the likes of us coming to get him. Right, I'd best get back to the residential district. Thancred and the Resistance forces are waiting.
It is time we join the main host. Kryl, in light of your recent ordeal, might I suggest that you remain with the rearguard for now?
Oh, if you insist. Just this once.
Where's Y'shtola? We haven't seen her in a while. I know she was hurt too, but dang. Right. Show up, everyone. Hey, Alphino. If I may, General, is there aught Malkazarin I can do to assist with final preparations? I'm glad you asked. Pippin informed me moments ago that all forces are in position, and that we are ready to commence the assault. Naught remains but to notify the Alliance commanders. If you have no objections, I should be glad to have you do the honors, Malkazar. You were instrumental to the success of Operation Archon. You helped bring the end to the Dragonsong War. You are a hero to the people and a symbol of hope. Some might judge it an empty gesture, or worse, a waste of your talents, but I know it would mean much to everyone out here. Let's go talk to everyone's here. Hello, Sir Emmerich. Ah, that you should be the one to bring me word. By the Fury, it is good to see you, my friend. You who stood with us in our direst hour will ever be an inspiration to my countrymen and to me. Although Ishgard's debt may never be repaid, it is my hope that our deeds this day will go some small way to redressing the balance. I'm not even that tired yet. Why am I misreading things? It happens, I guess. Nobody's perfect, right? Right? Okay. All is ready very well. Though many will fall in the coming battle, how many more shall know liberty for their sacrifice? There is a time for peace and a time for war. Even the matron understands this. We who have received of hers and the elemental's blessings go now to the stand for Eorzea and her children. It's time then. This is not my theater of choice. We will play our part. Our cannons care not either way. The battery has sunk enough ships to fill a fleet. Does not like to be bested by a gate. Okay. Where's the nearest one anyway? 280 Elmstead. Oh, that's right. There might be quite a bit to do after I finish the story, because I'm thinking we're getting there. It is done then? Thank you, Balcazar, for humoring an old bull. Hooray, Maelstrom. Maelstrom, Adder, and Ishgardian forces are in position, General. Resistance forces in the Alamegan quarter are ready and await our signal. Not left to do but the deed itself. Oh, excuse me. See, look, now I have 2 more to do. Let's grab these first. I'm gonna grab everything and then move on. Yep, another one. Skip. Another one over here. Yep. I'm gonna grab like all 4 of them. Whee! You know what? Let's do it. Let's take our time. Let's get the rest of these. Might be a bit, just FYI, but I definitely don't want to wait too much longer after I finish the story just to get flying. I can move on to the next piece. We can call this the calm before the storm. Weakened Yabbies. Silly name, Yabby. Alright, that one's done. Ridiculous. Later. Isn't he over here? I don't see an arrow or anything. There he is. Really? Oh, okay. At least it's still over here, not like super far away. I'm like, I just came from there. How far down do I have to go? Pretty dang far, it seems. Let's fly out of this water. It's funny, I can go almost straight down, but up, nope, no luck. That's the best angle I can get right there. Unless it literally is just hold down the space button. I think it's slower. Yeah, it's slower. All right, 2 down. This may not be as bad as I remember. Let's see if this leads me to the other one. Why isn't that salt any rubber banded yet? Oh, it's because even though I went distance-wise far enough away, apparently that only matters in a horizontal fashion. Vertically, it doesn't care. Okay, that's 3 down. Just to see if I can get to it. I don't think I can, but let's just double check. We'll stay up here though. Ow. Oh, that would suck. Leave me alone. Yeah, I don't think I can get to it from up here. I need to go around. Okay. There, yep. So there's one more. I think it might be up in this area. Yeah. Might be able to get to that one easily. Let's get that one out of the way. Minotaurs. Up there. Yep. Looks familiar. Gotta go up these switchbacks. But I do have a feeling of eventually may have to come back here for actual reasons. But whatever. Yeah, buddy. All right, there we go. Blood hoe. I'll go through here. Come out a different area. Somebody just got leveled up. Congratulations. Take on 4 of these dudes, and that one will be done. Yeah, look, a hunt. I don't want to accidentally hit him because it'll just wreck me. That's spooky all of a sudden. All right, all 4 of those are done. And one more of those. The actual Aether Current out in the field. The field, that's what I meant to say. Why are the Royal Hunting Grounds like on the other side of this crypt? How ridiculous. If this is the right way, see how far you have to go to get this one? Hoping this is the right way. Hopefully I'm not wasting my time. Yep. All the way around. I was hoping I could jump down, but I didn't want to risk it. I have to go all the way back around. I'd rather take another 30 seconds here. Yeah, buddy. I'm just going to turn these quests in. 4, and then finish the story. And then I'll have flying. Wonderful thing. Dang, someone's gunning it outside with a loud vehicle. Love it. Doesn't matter that it's almost 10 o'clock. You're Doroth. Gorgeous. Almost there. Oh, I wouldn't think it's come together like that. And it should only be one more. Yep. I'm right. Yep. I'm right there for the quest. You know what? I haven't repaired in a while. I've been holding on to this gear for quite a bit. Assuming that that's the way they designed it before, so. Excuse me. Alright. Alright, Raban. It's a personal favor to ask of you. Alright then, I must go to my men. I shall be leading the first charge for the breach. Then we shall head to the front. Thanks, Alphino. Pip and his command of artillery outside the gate. He'll not be hard to find. But before you go, I have a final favor to ask. Give this to my son, he will understand. All the cheers, yeah! What's going on? Oh, I'm stuck. So essentially, go up the stairs. That's what I have to do here. Later, Soblin. Not even that late. Ugh. Yawn, yawn. Dang. What is an Anila? Hinduism, something. Something from Hinduism. And Dhruva? Must be similar. Final Fantasy does pull from other cultures quite a bit. Well, I'm not surprised. Gotta hit artillery. Where are the cannons? Where is the artillery? Malgazer? Alphino? What is that you've got there? Hanover Railbounds package. He gave him his sword. By the 12, this is Tizona. Full of Alamigo's legendary sword, forged from 2 cursed blades. This sword is a symbol of everything my father fought to achieve. A weapon claimed on the blood sands, and with it fortune and glory. Its flames consumed the unworthy, but by fire was he reborn. That he should bequeath it to me now, to carry on his legacy. Well, I shall endeavor to deserve it, but I'll be damned if this is his final battle. Once we begin, there will be no respite once it's over. Are you ready, my friends? Very well, brace yourselves. This should be quite a spectacle. Vice Marshal, the Imperial unit approaching from the north. Aiming to destroy artillery, are they? How many? Total numbers unconfirmed, at least 1 squadron. But sir, they're wolfmen. Very Domate. Bloody hell, that's all we need. Call the Bloodsworn. Tell them to make ready. Marshal Terrapin, wait. The wolfmen of whom you speak hail from Doma. They were coerced into fighting for the Empire, spirited away to a foreign land and told that if they disobeyed, the lives of their kin would be forfeit. But their homeland has been liberated. They have no reason to continue serving the Air Imperial Masters. Are you engaged in a battle? I beseech you, grant us a moment to go and attempt to convince them to lay down their arms. Yeah, I'm gonna nod at that. I am loath to gift our enemy more time to prepare, but if there's a chance that this conflict might be avoided, I suppose we must take it. Go then, but be quick. We will, Vice Marshal. By quick, we're going to stand here for a minute. With me, Malgazer. Wrong way. Whatever. Nice. By the time I actually get flying, there will only be a few places to get anyway, so that's fine. We will wait here for the Lupin to arrive. Steel yourself, my friend. Though I hope to resolve this without resorting to violence, it would seem wise to prepare for the worst. A lot of these little scenarios. It's kind of cool. They come, Malgazer. You, clear the road. Honorable warriors of Doma, my name is Alphino Levier, and I come before you with news of great import. Silence, boy, you stand upon a battlefield. Be gone or be cut down. Doma is free. Lord Hien has returned and driven Yatsuyu and the Imperials from your lands. We were there, we helped him. There was no need for you to fight for Xenos. Lord Hien is dead, and you are a liar. What could a boy such as you do against Magic Tech? Throw stones and spit curses? Evoke my lord's name again at your peril. We will suffer no falsehoods. I speak only the truth. Put up your weapons, I beg of you. Let us speak as friends, not shed blood in vain. If your claims were true, we would gladly sheathe our blades and embrace his brothers. But since they must surely be false, we would be traitors to accept. Our lives and those of our loved ones forfeit. Words are air. You will prove the truth of your tale on the battlefield or die in dishonor. Oh well. We tried. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, dang. If you die this day, then we shall know you for liars. Truly, must we prove that we need not fight? Wouldn't that suck to be these guys and like 2 seconds later, like Hien shows up? It's like, oh, we just killed 10-year dude, sorry. You are no strangers to battle, that much is plain. I am the White, I am Hakuro, and I'll be your opponent. Have at you. Till I am satisfied, we shall fight on. Give me your all. Waiting a second, there we go. On your guard. His strength far exceeds that of his brethren. Ah, you have faced a samurai of Dome before, but I may yet surprise you. As all you can muster, Eorzeans, hold not back. Such ferocity, if he does not relent, we shall be forced to kill him. Dang. So many AoEs. You know what? I can heal myself, so we're good. So be it. Moonstone Carbuncle, come. Stand with the Carbuncle's wards. They will grant you strength. Increase damage dealt while reducing damage taken. Not dodging everything, dang. Enough. You are every bit the warriors you claim to be. We fought with honor and restraint. You could have killed my men, and perhaps even me, but you didn't. Oh, we knocked them out. We didn't kill them. But you did not. For this, I thank you. Warriors brave and true. I pray you tell us of the battle for Doma's liberation. Should be glad to do so. Explain, Alphino. Lord Hien returned. Such joy this news brings to us. But for Lord Gosetsu to perish in the keep's collapse, to be taken from us by such treachery, there is no justice. As for Hakuro, he wished for no better death. You know him well. He would not suffer us to mourn with so much undone. And so we will not. Duty comes before all. All Lupin shall know of Doma's liberation and of your part in it. When you breach the gates, we shall turn on the Imperials as one. The fang and claw we will rip open the throats of our masters. This the White swears. Thank you. When our war is ended, I am certain that your lord will help us to return you all to Doma. Such a curious thing, Destiny, to see us as meet with friends of Lord Hien in this distant corner of the world. But we shall not keep you. Your day is not yet done. Come, let us not keep our comrades waiting. We have a nation to liberate. There are the cannons. Hey, a bunch of thaumaturges.
You are returned. Were your negotiations with the Wolfmen successful?
The one they called the White was receptive to our words once we told him of Doma's liberation.
No, he wasn't. He had to beat him up first.
They withdrew behind the walls to inform their brethren. If the gods are good, no blood shall be shed between our peoples this day.
Hear, hear. Now, I think it's time we did something about those gates. Thaumaturges, forward! Give me hellfire! Give me Ifrit's bloody inferno! Now give me a curse and winter! Enough ice and snow to bury a behemoth! All cannons! Fire at will! Let no man say we neglected to knock!
Oh, dang.
Damn that armor! We nearly had it!
Oh, hello there.
Is that...
Bear witness, my Eorzean brothers and sisters. Doma has come to pay her debts.
Lord Hien!
We will deal with the flying machines. Forward, my friends, for freedom and justice!
They're all so accurate. Well, now, when it busted open barely, now it's all dusty.
We're through. The way is clear.
Oh, and we got a calm music right after that. Impeccable timing, those Domans. Come, comrades. The enemy's gate is down. Forward. Stormblood. Yes. Final quest, which is like 2 dungeons in it. The battle for Alamigo is at hand. All forces have been ordered to advance into the city proper. I trust your unit of elite adventurers is ready, Malgazir. Excellent. Your objective is to make case for the castle and kill Xenos Yegalbus. Any questions? Of course not. Now, go and get the bastard. And stand around for 5 minutes. Oh, that was instant. I liked that. Oh, it's probably because of the event. A lot of people are doing this because of the Google stuff, which I don't even know what's going on with that. Everybody's here. Let's slow them all down. Let's do it. Oh, tossing a bomb. Thanks, dude. No silly names in this group today. Unfortunate. Oh, more dudes. Ninja bomb. Remember to attack while its tail is up. Thanks for the hint. Heck, when his tail is up, I don't think it's gone down yet. I'm getting poetics again. Sorry for smacking the microphone. Gosh. Almost died there. These guys take almost as long as a boss. Pretty dang tough. Not paying attention. I can barely see those little things on the ground. Kind of bright out here, and they're almost the same color. Still get hit by it. Cool. Oh, it's that doctor. Dr. Hojo. Recording subject's performance. I guess it's a public area. It's okay for you to record me. Order to charge. Okay, who are you going to send to charge at us? Order to fire. If I remember correctly, he like pulls our souls out of our body. We have to run back to our body.
Initiate soul extraction.
Yep.
Success.
Down for the count. Thanks for knocking me toward my my destination, dude. Appreciate it. That guy got wrecked. Apparently he couldn't get around the dudes. At least there's a bit of voice acting in this one, so I don't have to read every single thing he says. And he's done. Impossible. Incredible. I got every single item I've dropped out of here so far, like I can't use. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Nice. This genius knows what's going on. Give us that Peloton. Even a missile can't stop me. These guys are dying quick. I like that. Looks like one of them's ice and one of them's fire. Okay. Oh. There he is. Using his new sword against me. Like a moth to the flame. But why else would you come if not for this? So we put a circle of death around us, okay. Haha. Right for arm's length. They get it so I don't get knocked back. It's a wonderful thing. I thought I had to fight his swords. Ow. There we go. Forgot that it was near the end of the fight. He had to fight his swords. I could use my passage of arms there. How glorious the violence within you. Well, that just means that I don't remember this fight all that much. And done with that fight. No victory music that time. Only one commendation? Okay. I see how it is.
Yes! Yes! Such ferocity. Such tenacity. I am loath to recall how disappointed I was when first we fought. But finally, after bathing in the blood and offal of your enemies, finally you prove yourself worthy prey for the hunt. It fills you even now, doesn't it? The hunger to bite down on my jugular, to feel the warmth fill your mouth and run over even as you drink deep. Good. Good. This is the beast I have longed to face. As you sharpen your claws, I too sought newfound strength. But this is no place for a final contest. Come! The heavens shall bear witness to our dance.
Didn't beat him up hard enough. Now have to go do it again. And no one can see this from the front, by the way. Surprise! There's this massive thing that no one saw.
Welcome to the Royal Menagerie. The King of Ruin built this place for his foreign queen. He kept it filled with familiar creatures from her homeland. They bored me all. This fine specimen, on the other hand, is simply divine.
How do they capture it?
Your fates are entwined, are they not, Icon Slayer? This dragon, this embodiment of unbridled despair, born of a desperate man's burning hatred for the Empire. How raw the raging tempest that churns within its breast. No myth made manifest this, but a being of pure violence. Mayhap you are the true architect of our design. You who fought the very soul of vengeance to the edge and watched him fall. You who let slip the Allegan Hound to drive this icon into my arms.
Anger.
Oh my, I said too much. Forgive me, this sensation is wholly unfamiliar to me. A question then, and I should like very much for you to speak from the heart. If I were to stand aside, what would you do to this icon?
Kill it.
Ah, as simple as that. But of course, you are the Icon Slayer. Such certainty is to be expected.
Whisper, whisper.
A pity. There is another alternative. Or there would be. Had you only mastered your abilities.
What?
I speak of the Echo, of course. Does it merely render you immune to iconic influence, or is it rather that your influence is far greater than theirs? Granted, these implications are of no moment to a savage who thinks only of killing the beast before him. But when I read Van Belsar's reports, I immediately saw the boundless potential of the Echo. I saw how it could be instrumental in binding an icon to one's will. Hence my research and the Resonant. And there was so much more. All icons must be exterminated, without exception. Such was the Imperial mandate issued by my great-grandfather, after he saw firsthand the destruction wrought by one such being. They are a blight upon this star, he felt. And so he began his great and just crusade. Ha! 'Twas not justice which spurred his campaign, but fear! Fear of the Icons! Fear of their power! cowardice made them march forth to battle. Pathetic. Man should fight for the joy of it.
Crazy eyes.
To live, to eat, to breed. Lesser beasts snap and howl at one another for this. Only man has the wisdom and the clarity to embrace violence for its own sake.
Monologue.
For we who are born into this merciless, meaningless world have but one candle of life to burn.
A different type of crazy eyes.
I know you understand this. You and I are one and the same. Together, we could while away the white hours as friends without confidence. If you accept.
Like, I can barely hear him. Dang. I deny you.
And yet, in doing so, you prove me right. We are warriors. 'Twas plain from the first how this would end. You live for these moments, when all hangs in the balance, when the difference between life and death is but a single stroke.
I hate how they whisper so much.
I live for them too. This is who we are, my friend. This is all we are. Alamigo and Doma and Garlemald be damned.
And Garlemald. Dang. Scary face.
We tower above the gods. You by your gift, I by my might. And before the resonance, the gods shall be made to heal. An ending to mark.
Not that he actually controlled the beast. Actually merged with it. Alright, I think after this is the end of the main Stormblood storyline. Probably a bunch of cinematics and stuff afterwards too. Alright, clear selection. Row. Menagerie. 5 minutes. Hopefully it's not that long. I might want to research this quite a little bit. Just to make sure. Excuse me. I'm just trying to remember when to use my passage at arms. The ability called Protostar apparently is what I need to look for. That's when I use my ability. Okay. But it's funny because on the console games wiki, that it's not even saying that's an ability. And you can fall off the platforms. It is instantly fatal. Players are dropped back onto the field so that they can be raised. That's handy. Well, hopefully I got enough for reading. This one has a bunch of stuff to worry about. Don't move when it's icy. Stand in water. In order to reduce damage from fire, get out of water when he's going to do lightning. Get close to the pillar of water, so it knocks you back. If you get close enough, it'll knock you off. Okay. When you pass the giant tornadoes, try to run into it because it'll keep pushing you back. I think I'm as ready as I'll ever be, so let's go ahead and get in this thing. Come on. Come on. Maybe after I beat this, I'll get a bunch of follows. That'd be awesome. But he's like, we have a bunch of beasts out here. It's like, where did you keep them? Once he busted down the fences too. Gotta remember that it could have a active time maneuver where I have to click a button a lot. Attack his tail when it becomes available. I wish you could put the remaining health number, but health percentage I guess is good enough. Hey, average time up to 7 minutes, and I'm here for 8.5. Come on. How's everyone doing tonight? We'll wait for this thing to pop. Maybe get a little bit chatty there. Talk to you guys. I actually prefer that. Like 2 events going on at the same time. I don't know if I want to worry about them yet. I don't know how often they show up. Like the Final Fantasy XV event that I actually took time to do, it had been showed up a couple years ago, and then I guess they're going to show up every now and then, but still, if it shows up and I've already done it, then I don't have to worry about it. I got everything. Come on. Victory. Fist bump. I think that's a special one you get. Bro fist is one of the options. Down the bottom. Fist bump slash fish slash bro fist. Funny. This is me waiting. Ugh. Florida man story. Apparently a man didn't like his neighbor's cat. So he got his gun and killed his neighbor. Florida man. What do you think was going to happen? He's arrested with no bail. Come on. $13-minute average wait time now. Jeez. Nobody's out there watching? Nobody's out there who wants to chat, perhaps? Indeed. Someone else is over here too. Jeez. All right. You ready for this? I know I am. I'm gonna run into my desk too in the process and like readjust myself. All right, let's hope we get it in one shot. It has been quite a while. Come on, DPS. Don't do this. You've probably been waiting for an hour. Now you're not going to accept? It shouldn't take long to find another DPS. They're waiting. Everyone's waiting. Ludus Zudis. Okay. All right. Two paladins. Oh, he has way more health than I do. You're gonna be main tank, sir. Dang, that was close. Somebody did die. Huh. Wonder where they died from. I wasn't even paying attention. I'm not the healer. Alright, so the corrupted ether is taking longer. Okay. I know I don't have to be right in front of him, but it just looks cool to be right there. This is a huge hitbox. Or to the one where they don't have one for minimum damage. Can't really avoid it, so this is the best you can get. Oh, that Ludus Zudis or whatever it was. The heavens too small field for our dance. Let us transcend this mortal coil. Here we go. I almost did make it. And if you don't make this, you die. Period. You can come back to life with the resurrection, but still. Oh, get out of the way. You dingbat. This day we shall write a new legend. My friend, the battle shall echo for eternity. Get out of the way of the tail. Get ready to damage it. Alright, this isn't going so bad. Ice Storm, do not move. Never mind. Thought he was going to cover the ground in ice. I think that just does damage, yeah. It's the corrupted ether ice that we look at. There we go, this is the wind one. The power of gods is mine to command. This is the one where you have to keep running toward the middle. I'll do some damage while I'm doing it too. Boom. Almost done. Kaboom. That was a lot easier than I remember. Maybe because there's a lot of people like super geared from Shadowbringers. Still no victory music. I got 2 comments. Heck yeah. Run to my table again. For story. And he fell from the sky when he was further down. Unless he took us like up into the sky. I thought we dropped, but okay.
Are you all right? Xenos.
Spitting up blood.
The hunter has indeed become the hunted. And yet, there is only joy. Transcendent joy that I have never known. How invigorating, how pure this feeling.
Is that what this was all about? All the meaningless death and destruction, so you could feel something?
Meaningless. Men die that others may live. Those those who survive are stronger for it. Not that you could ever understand. To have stood upon this great stage of fools. To have played my part to perfection. Oh, this moment. Let it be enshrined in eternity. My heart beating out of time. So clear, so vivid, so real. So real.
Coward!
Stop!
Farewell, my first friend. My enemy.
Where'd he cut himself? There was no blood on his neck. That'd be too gruesome, I guess.
Where is he?
He's dead. By his own hand.
Then justice has been done.
Where is he? You mean the big body over there? Dang. I'll get your eyes checked.
There's no justice in that rabid animal's end.
Liberty or death. That so many should be forced to take up this creed to defeat such madness.
We won. Forget him. The living have need of us now.
Stand tall, Lys. Now is the time to raise a cheer for all who fought for freedom. A cheer loud enough to carry to the highest heavens.
You're right.
Of course he is. He's Lortian.
Thank you. Without you, well, you know. So let's do it together. For Alamigo!
Let's just stare at each other and nod. Thank you for showing up in the nick of time. Oh, wait. Battle! Oh. Stare, stare, stare.
In crimson it began, and in crimson it ended. And then we were free. But what is freedom, really?
Main theme composer. The main theme. What about the rest of the music?
We may be free to live, to love, to grow old, to have dreams and desires, and to strive for them. But in the end, we're defined by the legacy our forefathers bequeathed to us. Even Xenos was once a baby in the cradle, innocent and pure. He was made into a creature that lived only for death, not born one. "20 years of Imperial rule have left Alamigo torn and bleeding. It won't be easy to heal a generation's worth of wounds, to bridge the gap. But I won't give up, Papalimo. I won't. Because I remember the price of freedom.
Only 2 dudes died.
I remember the smoke, and the ashes, and the blood. I remember the screams, and the silence. And I'll do whatever it takes to honor their sacrifice, to build a home for us all. I promise you.
Now kiss.
This is the end. The end of the Imperial province of Alamigo, and the rebirth of Alamigo, the free nation. Long may she endure.
Oh, credit time. Yep, credits. Stanian, hello.
Well, well, well. What a fine mess we've made. All but spent feeding that primal, eh? Well, you won't be making any mischief with that amount of ether. Still, better safe than sorry.
Should have been done in the first place.
There ends your hateful legacy.
It's over. My condolences for your loss. A father should not outlive his son. What nonsense. You did not mourn his loss? You surprised me, your radiance. He was your son and heir, and an irreplaceable test subject. I know what he was. Monsters are not made for thrones. Nor are stars made to sustain false gods who sup on their very essence. Icons summoned by desperate savages who hearken to the whispers of shadowless charlatans. Should you raise a hand against my black-robed brethren, I will not stop you. Our desires are one and the same. Preservation, restoration. Compression, resurrection. All is in service to your one true God. And when the sundered shards are made whole, will there be a place for us mere mortals? Doubt my claims and question my motives, if you will, your radiance. You will come to trust me in time. Until then, mayhap you will find this reassuring. How dare you? Well, who is he? There's Lise. We did it. We liberated Alamigo. I don't know what to say. I don't even know how to feel about it all. Relief, I suppose. Pride. And hope, too. We did it, Father. Ida, Papalimo, Conrad, Mefrid, Infilia. We really did it. Hey, don't feel like you have to stand and listen to me mumble. Everyone else will want to talk to you. You beat him, after all. You're the hero of this story. So run along and take your plaudits. Free to best Xenos, even after he had harnessed the power of a primal, is a testament to your ever-growing strength. Yeah, not bitter to have you had your vengeance stolen from you by another? There is some small regret, perhaps, but that is outweighed by the satisfaction I find in his death. I commend you, Malchezair. As should we all. Xenos was a monster and a tyrant, the man who killed my father and countless others of my countrymen. The world is a better place without him in it. I should also praise Master Alphino for his foresight and restraint. Had he not intervened, I might never have had the pleasure of being reunited with Hakuro and his Lupin brothers. It was a timely intervention, Well glad am I not to have been burdened with the guilt of killing my Lord Hien's most trusted allies. Ha, indeed, my friend, indeed. You wouldn't have won, but whatever. Can you believe it? We won. We beat the bastards. Al amigo. Al amigo. Sorry, I got a bit carried away there, didn't I? It's hard not to, you know. We owe it to the friends who we buried to shout and scream and cheer with all our hearts. I want them to know it wasn't for nothing, that it's finally over, and they can rest in peace. You hear that, lads? We'll be alright. We'll... Look, or not again. I'm so bleeding happy. I could cry. Well, you are crying, so... After all we've been through, I really should know better than to worry, but as ever, the relief I felt upon you hale and whole in the royal menagerie well and nigh reduced me to tears. Warrior of Light, victorious again. I should be surprised if some small part of you had not come to resent the title and the responsibilities which accompany it. You must forgive us if we call you hero when you accomplish heroic feats. But as the Warrior of Light goes, so goes the world. You should take pride in the good you have done and in the good you have inspired others to do. Alright, Thancred, you are not your born leader of men, Malchezaar. All these people weren't just following their commanders, they were following you. Alphino, and you led them to victory, to freedom. Alas, not everyone can see the journey through to its end, but history shall remember them, the glorious future they made possible. The hero of the hour. I suppose we'll have to add Liberator to your titles. With their commander fallen, the remainder of the 12th chose to surrender to our forces. After 20 long years, it's official. The occupation is ended. But now the hard work starts. Though the people have had their fill of kings, there is no clear consensus on what sort of government they prefer instead. Indeed, Father, momentous as this achievement may be, the road which lies before us is no less uncertain than the one we have walked. Aye, aye. Yet if we can overcome 2 decades of oppression, I have no doubt we can find a way forward. Thank you, Malchezaar, for helping to make this dream a reality. Finish your rounds? Great. In that case, I'd like you to come with me, back to Rogger's Reach. Not for a rematch or anything, sadly. I want to call all the Scions together. I'll explain later. You're gonna teleport me? Ooh, yes, she did. Prefect. I don't even know where to begin. Now I can fly. After the cinematics are over. Watch, there's gonna be a bunch more. Hopefully they're voice acted.
We've been through a lot together, haven't we? I can't thank you enough. There's something I need to say to you all. That is, if you have a moment.
There's Y'shtola.
Good. You're all here. Good. Good. Thank you doesn't really suffice, does it? I'm grateful. Truly grateful from the bottom of my heart. But I know you didn't fight so hard just to hear me or anyone else say that. You fought because you wanted to help, because you believed it was right, because you're Scions. Now, I'm obviously a Scion, but as Conrad left me in charge of things here, I also have responsibilities to Ala Mhigo. When I put it like that, though, I realized I couldn't even pretend to be impartial anymore. So it seemed best to make it official. As long as I serve Alamigo, I can't be a scion. It might be selfish and short-sighted, but that's my decision.
Am I to understand that you summoned us all, some of us still nursing wounds, to hear this?
Oh, I didn't,
Forgive me, Lise. 'Twas but a jest. But this I say with the utmost sincerity. Scion or no, we are comrades, now and ever after. Is that not so? There you have it. Come what may, you may count on us in your hour of need. We shall never refuse you.
Stola. Oh, gods. I swore I wouldn't cry.
Come back here, you slippery little devil. To think fishing could be so difficult. What greater proof of a man's lingering mortality than an empty belly? A fate worse than death. Fie on it. To have arrived at the appointed place and time only to survive by mere force of habit. Truly, the Kami are not finished with us yet. Oh, capricious fortune. How you test me with this wretched soul.
This is indeed the work of either Shinryu or Omega. Since there is undeniably something down there radiating a massive amount of energy, which cannot very well be the late Viceroy's lap dragon, yes, I think we have our suspect. Well, this is a mess of our own making, so it falls to us to clean it up. It won't be easy, but is it ever? And now comes the part where you say you've got no choice but to divert company resources and employees to this pet project of yours. Lost profits and belligerent clients be damned. Excuse me. Financial considerations notwithstanding, you have to admit there is an unquantifiable benefit in giving our people the opportunity to study such advanced technology. Oh? Is that before or after you blow it up or seal it away? Fine, fine, but the moment I judge this little venture an unsustainable risk to the ironworks, I'm ending it, savvy? Who are you, Jesse? I don't remember you. And to keep you honest, using my authority as deputy president, I've gone ahead and brought in a consultant, a master engineer, and mechanical genius. You didn't. We'll never get rid of you. He's just like, hey. Come now, you mustn't build their expectations too high. It'll be less dramatic when I surpass them. Oh no, absolutely not. This is not happening. Nero told Sceva, eager to begin this first day as a loyal member of the Ironworks team. Looking forward to working with you, Garland. Yeah, show me your teeth. So fell the hunter, but what of the hound? So rose the children, but what of the father? Oh, I actually get a better ring? I did. A new title. Deliberate. Let's grab this. I'll go around and... Oh, I have to go back. So, Omega is the 8-man raids, which I'm going to ignore because I didn't even do the ones in Heavensward. I didn't even do the 8-man raids in Original Realm Reborn.
Come to see how we're getting on.
Time for some bridge quests.
We've made good progress since we took back Alamigo, but there's one big issue we still have to address. Leadership. The Domans had Lord Hien ready and willing to take the throne, but we've got no one like that here. Theodoric was our last ruler, and he wasn't called the Mad King for nothing.
Suffice it to say, our people have had their fill of kings, which means we need to find a new way forward.
If only it were that easy. Everyone and his uncle has an opinion.
Sad face.
For the time being, we're just going to have to keep leaning on General Aldin and the Alliance for support, and see if we can't find a solution together. Something tells me we're going to be hosting a lot of meetings in the near future. But if that's what it takes, I'm ready to talk till my jaw aches. The Reach is yours, Nago. Don't do anything I wouldn't.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Ah, there you are. I've been searching all over for you.
Okay.
But don't worry, it's nothing bad. That said, this might not be the best place to talk. Will you join me? I'll get to the point. Might you be interested in a spot of adventure? After all, we were adventurers before we were scions, were we not? After routing the Imperials and liberating Alamigo, I reckon we've earned a bit of respite, don't you? And what better way to spend it than by returning to our roots? So, what say you? Shall we call on Alphino and go adventuring?
Twist my arm, why don't you? Right then, let's go and find Master Leveilleur. Actually, leave that to me. I want you fresh for our little adventure. Wait for us by the 8th rite, and we'll be along shortly. See you there. I'm over here now. Excuse me. I know this quest line takes me over to the locks, so I'll just keep doing this until I get there again and go get that map. I'm almost at 1,000,000 gil. Greetings, Malgazir. It would seem we are to accompany Ironvald on some matter of escapade. Have you any idea what we've gotten ourselves into? Allow me to explain. It'll be something of a history lesson, but I'll try to be brief. No snoring, if you please. Now, the events I would speak of occurred before the occupation, back when Ala Mhigo was still a monarchy and Theodoric sat the throne. A uniquely brutal despot, by all accounts. That he was. The King of Ruin suffered no rivals, real or imagined, and his dispute with the monks of the Fist ended with Relgar's Reach being burned to the ground. In the latter years of his rule, he was seized by the unshakable belief that unseen forces were conspiring to steal his crown, and so he ordered that every soul with a claim to the throne be executed, including his own family. The wealth of the poor sods he put to death became the property of the king, and it's said that these royal treasures were hoarded somewhere in the palace. Thus was born the legend of the Mad King's Trove. I believe I see the direction our adventure is to take. I assume you have a mind to unearth this hidden bounty? You assume correctly. And would I also be correct in assuming that this legend is widely known? Others must surely have gone to search for your prize, tempting as it seems. Well, of course we won't be the first to make the attempt. Following Ala Mhigo's liberation, more than a few eager soldiers returned the palace upside down in hopes of claiming an easy fortune. But even after scouring every room from dawn till dusk, they uncovered not a single coin. Gold lust drained away as quickly as it come, and the legend of the Mad King's Trove remains simply that, a legend. But I see you have no intention of letting the story end there. What self-respecting adventurer would? Imagine the three of us delving into the decades-old mystery. Some of the thought doesn't set your heart to racing. Let's do it. Even Alphinaud was like, yeah! You've learned the emote, box. Return it to a box. The news of Doma and Ala Mhigo's liberation has kindled the flames of revolution at every corner of the Empire. I heard the imperial province of Dalmasca has already risen up in rebellion. Dalmasca? Final Fantasy XII, anybody? Maybe some Final Fantasy Tactics. I think that's where actually that first came about. Which means the Growlings must surely have their hands full. But what better time than now to indulge in such a diversion? Tell us, Ironvald. Do we have any clues as to where we might begin our search? Well, judging by how the other treasure hunters fared, nosing about the palace isn't like to get us anywhere, so we'll probably need to ask around. Would that be another way of saying no? Well, yes. I see. In that case, I shall pay a visit to the allied archivists and request access to the records seized from the Imperials. The Garlands are meticulous about such things. If they uncovered the trove during the occupation, the event is certain to have been recorded. In the meantime, the two of you can track down those who worked as palace servants and officials in Theodoric's day. Given that they would have been at least 20 years at the time, we will be looking for people who have seen 40 summers or more. Anything they can tell you about the king and his bloody deeds may prove useful, so be sure to listen well. Ironvald, pray try your luck in the fringes and the peaks, whilst Malgazir makes his rounds in the Ala Mhigan quarter. And there I was thinking I was the party leader. Not that I mind, of course. Let's be about it, eh? We can meet afterwards at Gilbard's Gate. Yep, so I'll go get the rest of the map. There's like 4 spots, and then I'll continue. Yeah, let's fly around on the Butterfingers mount. Fly straight. What was interesting is once you get flying, like everything looks so much smaller. The Dark of Lasting Cumber. Okay. Last but not least, this one, where the heck up here? Can I set my own waypoints? Doesn't seem like it. Ooh. And there it is. Alright, let's teleport down. And we shall continue. In the palace, no, not me, lad. Surely you've heard stories of the Mad King. He used to hold public executions up on the divine audience. Anyone, and I mean anyone, suspected of conspiring against the crown was flung from the top of those steps. Suffice it to say that I shall stay as far away from the palace as possible. Those steps, okay. Mature maid. You want to hear an old maid stories, do you? Well, most of what I know of the Mad King is common knowledge. We'd only see his royal majesty when he deigned to attend the executions he'd ordered, and after a while, even watching his enemies die wasn't enough to coax him out of hiding. They say he started seeing assassins in every shadow and wouldn't set foot outside the palace walls. I was offered to work there as a royal servant once, but the mere thought of it left me in a cold sweat. I'd have killed you too. Retired Rogadin. I served at the pleasure of the King of Theodoric and lived to tell the tale. One of the palace guards I was. Truth be told, it was a dark chapter in my life, and one I'd sooner forget. Hardly a night went by when we didn't hear blood-curdling screams echoing from inner chambers, which, of course, we were under orders to ignore. We'd stand still as statues, trying to ignore what horrors were unfolding within. If you're hell's bent to finding what happened in the palace, head down the street here and ask old Arnold. He was the king's head scribe. I know exactly where he is. Yes, I am Arnold. What do you want with me? You would have me dredge up some decidedly unsavory memories. Yet if Alamigo is to move forward, we must needs acknowledge the misdeeds of the past. Very well, I shall tell you what I remember. I take it you know of Theodoric's paranoia and the public executions of his kinsmen. Those were terrible enough, but in his last days, the king's fevered mind settled upon an even grislier method of disposal, which only a chosen few were unfortunate enough to witness. His Majesty ordered the court thaumaturge to unleash a vile curse upon the remaining members of the royal family. Magic was transformed them into fiends of hideous aspect. Resulting monstrosities were then cast into the darkness below the palace. Even now my sleep is troubled by the nightmares. If others of Theodoric's blood were prone to share this madness, then mayhap it is a kindness that the monarchy ended with him. Finding out anything? Since we're all here, why don't we share what we've learned? Allow me to begin then. As promised, I scoured the Imperial records for any mention of fantastic treasures and found precisely none. It's just possible, I suppose, that a corrupt official deliberately hid the fact of the trove's discovery, hoping to enrich himself. I find it rather unlikely that so valuable a find would stay secret for long. I conclude that our prize either does not exist, or the Imperial somehow overlooked it. Or it's not in the palace. But what of you, Malchezair? Were your investigations any more fruitful? Tell them of the people being thrown into the darkness. Turned into monsters? And what could he mean by this darkness beneath the palace, I wonder? I met an old man in Aligiri who spoke of the palace's subterranean prison. He said not of cursed abominations. The other archives were also silent on the subject of fiends inside the palace grounds. Could the scribe fellow have been spinning him a yarn, do you think? Do you believe him, Malchezair? His fear seemed genuine. If he was afraid, that does lend credence to the tale, but I'm not sure how much that helps us in our search. Do not be so hasty. Arnold's anecdote may very well have told us where the trove is hidden. Dare I share my theory, there is a matter I would clarify. Arnwald, you spoke of a light-hearted adventure, but I sense a deeper motive for this expedition. Why are you so intent on finding this treasure? It wasn't all pretense, I swear, but you're right. My father was in the Imperial Army, a man of Garlean blood. I trust you know what I mean when I say that my Alamigan mother did not welcome my arrival. As I grew, she would check my brow over and over, convinced that a spot on my skin was an emerging third eye, like the kind you see in pureblood Garleans. My mother did not care for this taunting reminder of my heritage, and took up a knife. War paint serves to cover the scar. In the end, she turned me out in the street, and I was left to haunt the alleyways of Alamigo, a feral child who got what he needed through begging, cunning, or worse. The best I can say about the years that followed is that I survived, but I hated the animal I'd become. Eventually, I left the city behind me and joined a group of refugees bound for the other side of the wall. It was then that I turned to adventuring, and that road led me into the company of the Scions. Oh, excuse me. I tell you this so that you understand. I know all too well what poverty and hunger can do to a person. I drew steel on ordinary folk for a measly crust of bread. With Theodoric's gold, I could spare my countrymen the shame of living like that. Thank you, Arnwald, and I apologize. That cannot have been pleasant to recall, but I felt it best to be clear in our intentions. Well, Malchazar, are you content to surrender the treasure to Arnvald's noble cause and claim the thrill of the adventure as your reward? Then I should be glad to tell you my theory in the resting place of the Mad King's Trove, if you were minded to hear it. Just say it. Dang. Ending. Wonder if these are any better than what I have. Maybe I should look it up before I open it so it doesn't fill my treasure chests. Oh, item level 370. 370? Oh dang, that's a pretty big upgrade there too. Cool. Well, out with it. What is this theory of yours? Oh, I've talked to Alpha now. Actually, it may have to be better if we first adjourn to a more suitable location. In case a rival treasure hunter overhears our plans, you mean? Good thinking. That was not exactly the reason, but 'tis certainly a valid concern. Let us reconvene on the southern edge of Loch Seld. Forgive me, 'twas not my intention to draw out proceedings. I simply wished to have the lock in sight while I explained things. Prior to the great flood of the Sixth Umbral Calamity, the salt lakes you see before you were yet dry ravines. And this, believe it or not, was the site of the ancient city of Scala, which rose and fell during the Fifth Astral Era. For what we know of the period, the city was already deserted by the time the waters began to rise, having been all but destroyed by war. Yet its ruins remain to this day at the bottom of Loch Seld. It is my belief that the darkness beneath the palace, mentioned by Theodoric's former scribe, was not a reference to the prison, but to a place still further below, the ruins of Scala. I further surmise that the Mad King's unfortunate kinsmen were cast down there not to simply out of a desire to punish them, but to discourage exploration. Theodoric wanted to keep the ruins secure. Wait, you're saying they were meant to guard the Mad King's Trove? Precisely. And since we know the court thaumaturge was involved, we can safely assume that any entrance to the old city will have been magically concealed. Which will explain how a legion of Imperial soldiers and gods know how many Alamigas never found a trace of the Trove. We, however, have certain advantages which they do not. Malchazar, would you be so good as to swim down to the bottom of the loch and search for an underwater route into the ruins? While you do that, Arnvald and I will seek out an ensorcelled portal within the palace. I guess. Come on. Can I dive there? There we go. Wondering what's going on. Excuse me. You discover a passage that appears to lead under the palace foundations. Press on and find out where it goes. You come to a worn stone door standing temptingly ajar. Doesn't look ajar to me. It appears you found an entrance to into the subterranean ruins. Oh, that's someone's calling me. Alcazaris Alphino, we have searched the prison beneath the palace and found a door concealed by enchantments. Have you ought to report? Yep. And you believe it leads into the ruins? Excellent. And I propose we proceed from our respective entry points and look to meet somewhere in the middle. Oh, come on, lads. We might as well make it a race. Victory goes to the first adventurer to find the treasurer. Godspeed. I don't think I have enough time. I only have 4 minutes left in the stream tonight. I'm going to go ahead and fly out of here. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Now, seeing as I'm not going to do any more content tonight, I'll go ahead and end it a couple minutes early. Should be no big deal, right? Alright, well, anybody watching out there, I will catch you next time. Peace out.